Hello, 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 how are we all? Hello to Jenry Stickman, Bazzy, Quaker Oats, Stu, Tesha Omni, JJ, Gallifrey and Ren, DJW, and I believe that's all it for the moment. This, my KSP was taking a while. Yeah, I don't know what. I probably have something to do with the amount of mods I've got installed on it. But how it goes, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Can't really complain. Well, I could, but you know. How are we doing? Polishing. Anyway. Oh, that has to have been deliberate. Has to have been deliberate. So, craft I have been sent so far by people specifically requesting their craft be put into the fighter clinic. I have Brett Ryland and Gallifrey and Ren. No, it's Morrison's limeade. I'm not sure I've tried their diet lemonade yet. Limes, lemons, lemons, limes. Hello, Ben! Can't stand Morrison's. The one near us isn't bad. You see BU1 on via mail. I have. I had assumed that one was. Hang on. I assumed that one was for the. I'd assumed that one was for the mailbag stream rather than the fighter clinic, though. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ben. If something's for the fighter clinic, you have to specifically tell me it's for the fighter clinic, otherwise I'll just assume it's for the mailbag. While we're waiting, anything happening here? Petrol prices are ridiculous. Blah 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 blah. Nothing particularly that... Oh, come on, load, you bastard. Anyway. Reminder to Discord. Good point. Good point. That reminds me, yeah. Sorry, I just suddenly thought of something I need to do later. I am just going to bring something up to remind myself. Also, I need to check this. Sorry, just amusing myself while we wait for the wait for that to actually kick in. Pardon me. Okay. Oh god, this is dull. I think there's someone going to entertain me. I mean, I know it's supposed to be me entertaining you, but sometimes... Oh, it's warm in here as well. The entire stream isn't just going to be me bitching about stuff, I promise. Even to be with an avionics company, fantastic. I mean, you can clear the clutter out and get slower load times. Yeah, good luck with that, and that's good news. Right. So we witnessed our first patient at the most recent mailbag stream. Good idea for a stream. I'm sure I'd find something to fill it. I'd find something to fill half an hour, then I could just start whinging about how the stream is taking too long. Just one of the things that happens with the numbers. The numbers can be a little bit weird. I mean, I've been on one of my Crusader Kings 3 streams. And it's basically been telling me, just let me get probably. It's basically been telling me I've got zero viewers for an extended period of time while I've been chatting with people. Comrade 501, hello. So, our first craft. My God, this is so much quicker than I've had that clear out. The Microraptor Zlag AIM 120. It would be fair to say this didn't do too well. Why can't I use this? Why can't I zoom in and out? Using this, what is going on? Why won't you zoom in and out using the mouse wheel, you son of a... Anyway. Yeah, and what have we got? 3 Vulcans, 6 AMRAAMs. Interesting craft choice, a little stubby radome. Tail sitter landing gear. Let's, I think we went from the top during the mailbag stream, so we'll go from the bottom. Let's take this thing up for a quick test flight. Beat popsicle. Fair enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. My T key is sticking again. Right. Do we have any action groups to toggle? 3 toggles the... Okay, good stuff. 3 toggles the mode on the engines. Interesting decision having the additional down thrust. It does help with the takeoff distance, of course. And the 3 Panthers... Nope, it's pretty quick in the roll. Does when you get a bit of speed up. Not particularly fast in the turn. Not losing a hell of a lot of energy. Could possibly stand to lose a bit more. Doesn't seem to be any problems with your stability. 800. Oh god, I still got the still got infinite propellant on. 800 a little much for the 3 Panthers. If we're just going for a standard dogfight. So we come to 200 meters per second. We turn round to start the competition. Okay. How are the control surfaces? That one's pitch only. One's pitch only. Roll only. Pitch only. Pitch only. Pitch only. Roll only. So we've got these 2 dedicated for roll. Oh, I'm going quite fast now. The roll authority isn't great at low speeds. 18. I mean, 18's not bad. Minus 15, minus 18. Not bad. Could be better. Which was a Fifth Element joke. I've seen that movie and I still can't... I can't remember where that line's from in the film. I've seen that film a few times. And really like it, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Just want to check something out on that. That is going near as damn it through the centre of mass. I mean, that's quite a prominent design feature, so I'm loath to change that. Where's all the fuel located? All the fuel will be located here. That was as we drain the tanks. As we drain the tanks, just going to stick my thumbnail on the old screen there. Yeah, as that's moving forward as we fill the tanks. So the craft is going to get more manoeuvrable as we drain them. I think we need to shift centre of mass and centre of lift closer together. So let's start just bringing you out a little bit in front and then bring you out in front as well, and then we can move you back to a similar position. Where the bloody hell were these things in relation to the rest of the craft? Oh god, okay, undo. Undo. Okay, so... reference point, reference point. Right, the front of the wheels would just... okay. We've lost our tail at the centre of mass thing again. So you... back about there, I reckon. I want to turn this onto roll as well, just to help out with the roll authority at lower speeds. Thing is, I'd love to move these forward a bit, but I think they're about as forward as you could legitimately put them without it starting to look mega jank. Maybe. But let's not do that. Let's try and get them sort of lined up similarly. Ah, I didn't mean to do that again. Right. Okay. So what I was going to do is turn snapping on so that we can actually get them lined up nicely. Down a bit. Forward a bit. That's not done a hell of a lot. Okay. Of course, moving the wings forward in relation to the centre of mass is it's going to decrease the amount of pitch authority that thing has. It's going to increase the amount of pitch authority that thing has. So hopefully, everything will work out roughly the same. Okay. So just a quick initial poke, and we'll see what that's done. This is how I will do. Fair enough. Ooh. Yeah, Chris Tucker is amazing, and Chris Tucker playing Ruby Rod is just absolutely astonishing in that film. Apparently it was written with Prince in mind, but my God, he pulls it off. Okay, so again, imagining this is the start of a fight, we accelerate to about 200 meters per second, turn around. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of that bounce going on, but we are... still not entirely convinced by its roll rate. Okay, yeah, we can get it down to a much lower speed, meaning it's pulling a higher angle of attack, so... Okay. Yaw was, yeah, rudder was struggling a little bit with that, but we're not seeing the ridiculous, like, fighting the yaw that we're seeing sometimes. So I think we're okay with the rudder. Yeah, getting a bit of that bounce at high speeds. Really not a fan of that roll authority. Right, so this craft has a lot of weight out wide, so that is going to be wrecking its moment of inertia. So I think we're going to pull these engine nacelles in a bit. And I think we can do that without really affecting the look and feel of it too much. I'm going to take these, place them in the center. You could kind of do, again, moving more of the mass into the middle. I was to put this like here. Only of course have it so there's two of them. And then up the height on this a bit. This is going to be really irritating because I'm going to get it like that, and they're going to be pointing out a bit. I have to just tweak them like that, and then they're pointing. Are they pointing down? No, they're pointing pretty much straight in front. Actually, I know what we can do. We can just turn off the turn the thing off of local. In fact, that's what I should have done to start with. Ah, God, this takes a while. Undo is not a quick thing in this. Like a snake, hello! fact, this whole thing, it won't do the same job. I mean, is there room just to sneak a couple of these things underneath? Maybe just. A little bit too much jank. As I said, it's not going to do it quite as well, but if we do it over here, we can actually get it far out enough that we just need to give it a little twist, and we are firing straight ahead. And then we can take these puppies, move them right in. In fact, we can just move you there. Hang you down a bit. Ah, not like that. So for the nerds among you, what I'm doing is trying to lower the... Is that going to be... That's going to be aiming... That's just going to be aiming at the countermeasures there, isn't it? I think I've just moved it enough. I'll just check that. I'm trying to reduce the craft's moment of inertia. Which is sort of a measure of how much the mass is sort of spread out apart, away from the centre of mass in any one given axis. It's like the rotational equivalent of mass. So mass determines how difficult it is to get something moving. Moment of inertia determines how difficult it is to get something spinning. And I need to do an alternative version and start saving my changes. What's an Kerman? Thank you for that, Ren. Should have spotted that. 6 likes, thank you very much, everybody. Should have spotted that earlier, but I suppose I could always move the countermeasures. Moving them in a bit is not likely to do much. Yeah, if I move the countermeasures in a bit, that frees me up. Yeah. Yeah. I remember what I forgot to do. Silly Smith. 3 panthers. So, oh, I've got a little bit of a nail. Excuse me, I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off one of my nails with some convenient scissors, which is incredibly lovely to watch. So that is just a structural fuselage. What's joined to that? The entire Pretty much everything is joined to that. Okay, there goes that idea. So that would be 560. 560 should be more than enough over the course of a dogfight for 3 Saturns. You know... Yeah. Right. Still not blown away by it, but it's an improvement. The other thing is, even with 3 of them, it's not going to be getting as much energy. Oh, do you see that? A lot of wobble going on there. Just the way those ones at the bottom do the roll thing. It's yeah. I'm getting a bit bouncy in the turn. Kind of nice if Brett was here, so we can actually say, what do you consider vital for the look and feel of this craft? Because yeah, there's a lot that could be changed here. That's sort of uncoordinated, almost drunk flying. So what I am going to do is move these, not like that. So I can keep them the same top and bottom. Move those in. And I can move you across some more. In fact, I can move you across some more. I can move you across some more. You again, that's a bit further forward than the other bit. I think it's this is gonna not like that. Ah, damn it. What I'm about to do might look a bit weird, but there's method to the madness. Let's try and get you vaguely lined up, like in the forwards-backwards sense, with the rest of the missiles. Yeah, because we don't want too much mass too far forward. Again, trying to bring that center of mass and center of lift a little bit closer. I might. I thought I put that onto roll. I did that, but I'd never actually followed through with it. That might be why I'm not getting the. I didn't get the gains in roll performance as I thought I would between versions. Yeah, because I set that on the initial flight. I put that on roll as well, but then I didn't follow that up when we got back into the spaceplane hangar. So the roll surfaces are this pair here, the pair of these, and the pair of these. And pitch are these, and these. Right, aerodynamics. So we want to try and get everything. That's 35 degrees per second, and your other things. Big S elevons are 40, and your standard control surfaces are 30. These are 40. Oh God! Right, let me just make a note. So we got 40 for the big S. We've got 35 for the advanced canards and 30 for the standard control surfaces. So if those are on 18, that's going to want to be 13.5. That's going to want to be... Oh God, I have no idea. But if that's 18, that's going to want to be 24. Calculator. So yeah, we're going to want you on about 15. And 18. 7 times by 8 equals... Okay, so because you generally want all your control surfaces to reach their maximum deflection at the same time. Now these, the ones controlling roll. Not happy. The authority isn't horrific, but there certainly isn't enough of it to start notching down the authority. This is on 18. That's going to move quite quickly. So if these are on 18, yeah, the big S elevons move even quicker. 40 degrees. So this needs to be on a lower thingy. And by my reckoning, that needs to be 13.5. Okay. Let's keep scrolling through our little patron Kerbals. Let's mount all of the missiles on the engine pod. I mean, I could do. It's going to look... The inside, it gets a bit messy. The outside, it's not as effective at bringing sort of more mass towards the centre, but it's not that bad. It is maths time, so just trying to work out what you would do to get everything reaching its maximum deflection at the same time. For the various possibilities. I do like the way this thing just takes off. Roll authority doesn't seem to be too bad there. Hang on, these are... What's going on? Hang on. No, I've done this the wrong way round, haven't I? I've completely done this the wrong way round. No, because the faster they can move, the quicker they can get there, and therefore to reach maximum deflection, I need to put more on there. So these are quick, but you can't get them above 15. So let's assume 15 for those is our reference point. Because we can't get those going any faster. Yeah, I've done that completely the wrong way round. Well done me. So these need to be on 17.1. 17.25, that'll do. Those fit on 15. These need to be much... Need to be on a much smaller flip, whatchamacallit. Okay, what does that do for us? I think the most cursory estimate maths. I think it's time for me to indulge in a rolo. Yeah, the thingamajigs. So that should have improved its responsiveness, but not its roll authority. I think we've got about enough roll authority though. Hang on. I've done that 12.9 instead of negative 12.9, haven't I? Okay. Whoa, hello. Okay, 200 meters per second, we pull around and going a flat turn, what can we get there? Okay, we're doing pretty well. We can get up to, yeah, we're going about 60 to 70 meters per second in that kind of flat turn, which is about, considering this thing couldn't turn hard enough to shake off the energy to get it below about 100 initially. I think has to count as an improvement. Getting a bit of that wobble, but I think that's just a sign it can turn quite quickly. Okay. We've been going at this one for a while though. Have obtained Chippy. Ion, hello! Yeah, so I wanted this one to be right. So we've been going to this one for nearly an hour, so it is time. I think we'll need to move on before too long. So we will we'll have to put this into a final test. So we got up to Steak. So the improved version versus the original version, and we started on Steak, so we'll go Soup, Josh, Ion, GT, Gorilla, Ghosty, all the G's in the second team. And we're waiting for what exactly? There we go. And let's grab the vessel switcher. Okay. I don't know why, I just feel the need to quick save. I think it's an old habit from when I used to spend ages setting up. Having to spend ages setting up a competition, and then if I forgot to save it and something went wrong. Yeah. Anyway. Let's get this going. Yeah, yeah, vessel spawner tends to take a lot of the work out of that at the moment. With BG. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, that was not pleasant. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, they went for the low flying technique, didn't they? The low altitude start, and the competition begins. These guys, I think, are going to get around quickest, and they do. Yeah, missiles away first. Will they break off to dodge the volley that's coming towards them? Like a luck, hello! Your engines are drooping. Not mine, Brett's. I'm going to come around and get... We've got a lock. Ah. Interesting. You see this sometimes happen. Despite the craft being more manoeuvrable, it doesn't actually manage to get its missiles away. You're turning the wrong way. You're turning completely the wrong way. You are 10 kilometers away from one of the people you're trying to hit. Okay. Another pair of missiles away. Oh! One of the altered versions has been the victim of a bit of a missile hit. I'm not sure if that's just a glancing blow. Did you get a lock then? I think you did get a lock. Interesting to see what happens when these things get up close and personal. The other thing is, I don't know how stable these things are when lining up the shots. That is a perfect opportunity though. Had the better of the opportunity, couldn't quite make it count. Definitely the better turner of the two. Yeah, as demonstrated there. Bit of dodgy manoeuvring that might have left you vulnerable. It's a joust. Oh! Yeah, look at that. Definitely the better turner of the two. Ideal opportunity, can't quite bring it to bear, and one of the regular Microraptors has gone, and it looks like it's about to be followed by another one. Oh yeah, you're not looking too healthy. What's salt? Yeah, that didn't go so well. Are you missing one of your guns? What's the difference? What's the difference here? I think this one might have got one of his Vulcans blown up, but I think the These have a slight... yeah, slight inwards camber? Tilt? I don't know what you'd call it. And as I like to do with all of these craft, just to see if I have managed to... oh, this one has taken some pretty heavy damage. It's actually lost a control surface. Yeah. So it's lost a control surface as well. Let's find one that's in rude health here. It's orbiting at its standard altitude, but its standard altitude isn't very high. Oops, too far. God, ground effect mod really can screw with you on this thing, but of course this is tail sitter, isn't it? So it's going to want to flip over on the ground. Apparently so. This brake is set to 50%. This brake is set to 50%. Yeah. Okay. It's a switch between them. You have a constant stream of bullets. Ah, I see. I think I'm still recovering from surgery. 4 months, yeah. That would explain it. No, I don't think they're tilted in at all. Right, you want to be up a little bit, and to avoid that sort of thing in the future, let's notch you down to about 40%. And I think I'm going to call that done. Yeah. I'm not sure the people who pay for the planes would entirely agree. So next on the list is a craft I don't seem to have anywhere in... Did I accidentally put it in the archive? Did I accidentally archive the craft? View details. No. But I remember taking that one out. It's still in here. Right. Kerbal Space Programs. Oh, no, screenshots, saves, Sandbox, ship, space plane, hangar, and drag you in there. $4,000 in the archive. How many do I have in my archive? Oh god, I need to go back to it now. No, it wasn't that one. I think it was that one. 1,800 in the archive. Which reminds me, how much of my life have I wasted in this program? 4,896 hours. Not including a little bit when I used to... because I used to have 2 separate installs for this thing. Copy and pasted install just for different purposes, and it yeah, so I logged quite a few hours in that, and obviously they haven't counted towards that. So, oh god, I have no life. Stealth test program. It ain't wasted if you enjoyed it. Good point. Right, this is from Gallifrey and Wren. Wren normally does things in with Ferrum Aerospace on. Would you like a larger reaction wheel? Lock track at 4 kilometers and closer. Is that supposed to be that big? Okay, that's now fitting in with that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And the radar cross section, let's pick these up, of course. Uh, 2 kilometers and closer for locking and tracking. We can work with that. Okay. Hanging the same way that bricks do. Let's take a look. So what did we do last time? We went, I think up to Bryce. Oh, let's take a quick look at that. That's kind of interesting. Let's launch this and see how we get on. Oh yes, that might help. Just time for me to say Super Chat as an elbow if you'd like to help support the channel that way, or if you'd like to help support the channel in any other way. There are links to the PayPal and Patreon in the description. I was about to say, you too can get your own little patron Kerbal, like Bryce Kerman, if he appears in a second, if we give him a minute. He's not appearing quickly, so we'll just gloss over that, as well as name at the end of videos, access to the Patreon and Discord, access to everything I upload to Patreon. Not a lot going on with those last two at the moment, and all your kind contributions help me keep this channel running, and maybe moving on to bigger and better things. We'll have to see. It's 2, right. We're looking at for fuel 220. Oh, look at the yaw. Oh, it's got the I think we need to put these on yaw only. Air brake yaw controls. That is very flying wing. Not got a hell of a lot of roll authority, but it's not horrific. So let's just say we are flying along, waiting for the competition to start. We get up to about 200 meters per second. And at that point, we are going to come around and let fly with a volley of whatever we fancy. I think given... I want to do a nice round number, 18 will be fine. Given that these, I think we want slightly quicker reactions from these. Oh, there's the water. Yeah, let's let the little rudders in there take up a bit more of the slack. And again, we get to 200 meters per second, so we turn around and let's get a bit of altitude here. Positive thrust to weight ratio, nice. Sorry, not positive, but greater than 1, I mean. Right. How much does it take? What can we get this down to in a level spin? So, yeah, 115 to 120, that kind of range. Okay. A nice little stealthy pancake. sugar frosted cornflakes with milk or a soup. Changed my mind. Hello, Soup. The RCS of this is 2.62 square meters, which gives it locking and tracking with a standard radome of 2 kilometers and closer, detection at 8. So where are all the little bits coming? There's a little bit obviously with the cockpit, just the joins here, a little bit on this, yeah, nothing major. Before we get, what was give me a moment. It shouldn't be taking that long. What is going on with you? Starting to slow down a bit. So the Scream F1 was my own attempt at this. It was the Screech we did in the build stream. One of the dullest streams I've ever done, by the way. And then the Scream was my attempt to make one that was a little bit more vaguely fighter subscriber legal. That got 3.71. I mean, it is... Yeah, okay, that is actually... This is slightly more radar visible. I like this craft, actually. I think for an actual fighter like this to have a... for anything I built to be that successful at stealth, I think is... well, I like it. Runtech Consulting naming. My super heavy SSTO. Where did you post that, Soup? Craft showcase. Jesus, the rules list is long. Let's see, more minimalist than my maple leaf. Stealth test program. Okay. Oh, we didn't want that version, did we? Yeah, that's the one we want. That's better. And this this thing has, yeah, 2.62. So this, I mean, to look at it, you won't, it's not surprising looking at it, but it is. But I think, yeah, I think I want to make these a bit more responsive. Given that they are being used to air brakes. So 2 is switch mode. Do we have any other little surprises? Nope. Okay. These, I think we can safely put on roll only. Where's the center of mass? These, I think, we can safely put on yaw only. How far up do they go? Given the yaw issues I've seen, I think what I'm going to do is do another one of those at the back. Just poking through there at the top. That should do us. Is that going to up the RCS value? No, it has not upped the RCS. Okay, and I'm going to bring these down a little bit in their control authority. Again, just to get a little bit of responsiveness. Okay. So we've reduced these down, make them more responsive. We've given ourselves a little bit of extra yaw. Extra yaw control through an additional one of those, and it's further back, so should. Yeah, deploy angle just dictates how far it moves when you do that. So there's deploy, and I just do the deploy angle and all the way up to the top, and whereas authority limited determines what happens when you start when you're actually controlling the thing. So I'm just looking at these control surfaces on the back, because you've got 3 on the bottom, sorry, 3 each side on the bottom and 2 each side on the top. You're creating quite a lot of there's quite a lot of asymmetry when you're pitching, and come to think of it, yeah, looking at it there, I mean, these go up. This has got a little bit of a dip on it, but these sort of go right up. To start with, I think I'm going to take everything here off of yaw, at the very least. What I want to see is what happens if we just take these off of roll and maybe leave the bottom ones on roll. Come, I want to... Oh, damn it. Damn it, I have lost all of the... I've lost all of the landing gear. Ben Kerman. Hello, Kelly! As a platonic husband, whom I'm very much so in love with. It's the equivalent of "Would you love me if I was one thing?" Extremely platonic. And just takes off without further prompting, and then stops climbing as the ground effect mod. That's kind of cool, though. We have lost the lift generation on these. Yeah, that's telling a bit actually. Roll authority. That's not perfect, but it's better. Just in terms of that, getting rid of that little wobble. See if we can slow us down a little bit. Okay, 200 meters per second, you turn around and want to turn into the fight. Maybe we've given a little bit too much away by turning these off of pitch. It's going to be tricky because I want to up the manoeuvrability of this craft, but it's all kind of designed as the one piece, so that's gonna be tricky. Okay, now we're into... Again, let's pretend we're travelling along, getting ready to start the dogfight, so you're travelling about level. You're about 200 meters per second, and boom. Okay. Okay, and we've got a fair amount of fuel control as well. I mean, we could replicate what we've got down the bottom there, but that's going to start to make it look a bit janky on the top. I'm assuming the reason this doesn't... and of course it will all come together at the bottom there. That's a segment, that's a segment, that's a segment, that's a segment. That was on stream. That was it. I've got the vents open on the window, so which reminds me, have I heard back from the bastards who are supposed to be delivering my sodding blinds? No, I have not received anything back from them. I was hoping they'd be here by tomorrow, so here such that I could fit them in time for tomorrow. We want to shift centre of mass back. So I think first of all these nacelles are quite well covered up. The thing may be if we just shift these in a bit. And shift these back a bit. Ooh. That's working quite nicely. So that's a little something. What is the mass of this? It's not. That's not horrific, mass-wise. This is a nose cone. It's liquid fuel fuselage. These liquid fuel fuselages have got stuff in them. Let's right. Was it Ben? Did I just take Ben Kerman out, or was it Bryce Kerman? Let's just go to Adam Kerman just while we sort that out. Just was something we could do. Oh, I have just had an interesting idea. Just let me check on something. Did it actually do what I wanted it to do? Yes, it did. Does the same thing again, which is kind of neat. Just nudge it up a little bit, start climbing. That seems to be a lot easier to bit of yaw wobble, but not as bad as it was. Still quite slow in the turn. So I mean, we'd have made an improvement, but turn, face the enemy, reasonable amount of fuel there. Yeah, whereas when you're trying to line up a shot, that's not. If we just reserve these for roll again. And the other thing we need to do to test this, of course, is get it up to a decent altitude. Kerbal Space, hello! Should ideally do this at a slightly lower altitude, but let's do the flat spin anyway. Not a flat spin, a flat turn. Lower. That's something about 1500. So previously this would slow down to. Okay, it's going slower now. So we've slightly increased its turning capabilities, but not by a lot. So even with those turned off of pitch, I'm still worried about the general responsiveness of it, but we need to, I think we need to get that turn rate up as a bit more of a priority. Society. One of life's DLCs, I wouldn't bother with it. Again, I want this back a bit further than it is. Now the idea I had is if we want to examine the interior of this thing, oops, if we want to examine the interior of this thing, it's even got the struts that look like they're little things. Holding out up while we inspect the innards. What's in there? Small inline reaction wheel. Why won't she be a sensible size? There we go. Don't know what that was about. Tech quality. Smith plays. So this Saturday is Smith builds. Next Tuesday. Oh, so it'll be a fortnight today. And I don't know what we're doing. I might even go for a record 4th Baldur's Gate 3 in a row. If I can actually... if I can actually get us back to where we were. So, okay, yeah, there's nothing in that one. So I need to think about, does this thing have any countermeasures? This thing does not have countermeasures. Oh, I do quite like a building game. Do I have that on the list? I do not have that on the list. It's made by one guy. Nice. As someone who's looking to dabble in the near future making my own little game, nice. They're just all the suggestions people have made. Right, well let's... oops, not like that. Not like that. That slight mismatch is giving me a headache, so that's going to be just tweaked a little bit. Eh. Come on, you. Okay. So there's a wee bit of overlap here. So what we could do is just pull that. Oh no, I see what's going on there. You've got the, yeah, right. Bit of overlap there though, so we could stand to move this a bit further forwards, and then you see we can move this a bit further forwards, and then move this a bit further forward to match. And maybe move you a bit further forwards. I see these two don't match up top and bottom quite, do they? So that's possibly also causing some issues. And then this one forward. If the problem is just how much have I buggered up? Oh my! Oh, that's with the things out. So that's actually a slightly smaller radar cross section. We've got 7 and 2 instead of 8 and 2. Now the only problem with that is, of course, these are going to be getting less leverage on the whole lifting thing. think I might just say sod it and do the same thing on the top as you've done on the bottom there. Does look a little jank. Ah, and I didn't do that symmetry, did I? But we need more pitching power. What else are we going to need? We're going to need to start sticking some other stuff on this thing. There's a couple of these top and a couple of these similarly positioned on the bottom. And then how are we going to do this with the flares? Yeah, that's just notching radar cross-section back up. Flares. The hell happened there? Not you. Wait for that all to reset, because I just want to do that instead. Okay. If you do the flares like that, there might be issues. What I might do is bring this one all the way over here. Can we get it right on the outside of the wing, or does that... How much do they poke up? They do not poke up. They do not quite poke up a wing's length. So if I not Because normally what I do, it pokes up a little bit at the top, it's not too bad though. Normally what I do is you try and get these pointing out, one pointing straight down, two pair pointing straight down, a pair pointing slightly out, just so that it gives a bit of a spread. You don't want the centre of the flares to be centred on your craft, because then that's where the missiles will head for. So one direction or the other. But if you point them all just pointing straight down, sometimes your craft is blocking the missile's view of the flares, so you want them spread out a bit. So this craft, I'm going to do that like that. Do you want to give it some missiles? Gallon of water and 6 out. Wow. With this as well. I think we've got to go with a bit of ordnance, haven't we? And given this will shortly be going up against its it looks a little bit janky, but I think we'll just say sod it. What's this doing to the RCS? 2.7. That's not bad. It is a beautiful craft. It is an absolutely beautiful craft. I'm loath to start just vandalizing it in my own little way. I do want to keep that radar cross section down, but I think so I haven't tweaked it as much as I possibly would have liked to have done. But I think, looking at the time, we are going to have to say sod it and stick this thing into some combat. Where are you, you sod? There you are. Why can't I click on you? There we go. Right. How many parts is this thing, by the way? I forgot to let's just do runway 2s just in case. Stealth test. It's not terrible. You know, I think we can probably... No, not... What am I doing? Runway 3. I think we can probably get away with runway 3s. Right. So we got up to Adam, so we're all the way down to the bottom. Kerbal Ren will be flying real life Ren's, well, my improved version of real life Ren's craft. Let's see what happens here. Yes. Yeah, and I sort of tweaked the centre of mass as best I could by moving the wing nacelles. I stuck the extra rudder thing in there. The air brakes as well, I did a bit of extra stuff too. Oh yes, while we're waiting for that to load, Craft Showcase. Where was... where's Soup's thing? Where was Soup's thing? Soup's thing was a while ago by the looks of things. Oh. Oh, that's pretty. Was it the space station? No, it was an SSTO, wasn't it? Well, I missed it. Post it again and tag me, Soup. Massive reaction, which is probably going to give, which is perversely probably going to give the original version an advantage. Oh god. Never mind, let's see what happens anyway. Damn you, tweak scale! Okay, and the competition starts, and these bad boys probably not getting around as quickly as the ones with the massive... Oh no! Got around a bit quicker actually. I think the fact that these... the wing surfaces are acting like giant engine shrouds is kind of helping. Oh, I forgot to put these onto... I forgot to put it onto more than one missile per target. Oopsie! It is sort of keeping stealth test program. Oh, they've got no countermeasures. Oops, that didn't mean, I didn't mean for that to happen. That's not good. That's definitely not good. Just ignore that. Yeah, they've got no countermeasures. So it was pretty much a guaranteed win anyway. Josh Kerman trying his hardest. Oh dear. Let's see what happens if we just switch teams a second. You're going to go for that rather than the GAL 8. Oh, missiles coming in. Seems to have done the trick. I haven't done my standard countermeasure settings. It's the only other thing, so they might go through those a bit quickly. And the GAU 8 does what the GAU 8 does. Nailed it! And we need to turn off the extend toggle as well. But this thing apparently still has... No, it's gone. Right. Over the top. Managed to get a few shots away on the other craft. The other craft. That was interesting. Right. Could it? Could it? Just, well, not quite. Watermelon Kermit is really putting this thing through its paces, and now has lost the last engine. Oh, brutal! Yosemite Kermit in the last remaining one. There's more people just coming. Okay. Well, how much of a fair test that actually was is debatable. We've done a few things, added a few things without ever so slightly larger radar cross-section. But tweaked a few things. I don't think we've hurt its manoeuvrability overall, and we've hopefully added a lot to its capabilities. That will be all for today, though. Saturday, Smith Builds. Someone had some suggestions, and I've forgotten entirely what they are. I think Ren put some in the patron chat. I'll have to have a look at that. And a week today, we are back to Sweden. Not Sweden, the Empire of Scandinavia. To see if we can just take care of some last-minute business with that. I can't remember if you did. I can't remember where you... I think you made some suggestions somewhere, but I don't remember where it is. It's the last minute of the stream. The first hour is basically us doing your craft, Brett. So you might want to... I don't know if you want to have a look at that. I kept the dangly engines because I thought they were pretty vital for the look. But yeah, you see, next Tuesday back to Empire of Scandinavia to just sort of tidy up the edges and hopefully resist the incursion of our gathering religious foes to our south. Oh yes, and I need to make myself much more pious so that I can reform the religion, so I can go feudal. But that's all stuff we can deal with in the stream. Do come along to those if you fancy. It's quite a chilled stream, and it's also a bit of a laugh as well. We do enjoy it. But that will be all for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. My thanks to Brett and to Ren for the craft. My thank you to you all for the views, the likes, getting involved with the chat. I think I've said getting involved with the chat. Yes, hope to see you on Sunday for Smith Build, some more KSP shenanigans. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.